elected to keep his seat and to get back on the correct election, then 2023 it'll be Glenn Harmon, Nancy Walker, and me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd sort of hate to jump in and run against you three. And I have actually considered a county, but I don't know if I want to get into all that or not. I'm having too much fun. I just retired from a 36-year career of sales, and of course I've got my own auction company, and that's busy, and I don't know that I want to get back in politics. Maybe I'll just stand on the sidelines like I did today.
And encourage other folks.
Yeah.
And you're also on the board for the Church of the Exception, Lawyer.
That's correct. And that's a blessing in itself to be on that board. We've got, of course, your wife and others on that board that's very dedicated people, and that's certainly not a full-time job, but it's something that it does take some time.
Well, those people that go to that church deserve a lot of love and respect and honor.
Oh, absolutely.
And,
absolutely.
And Maddie Lackey, who started that and works diligently, even to her age today, deserves a lot of credit.
Well, like I said, I'm just part of a group that we call the board, and it's good people.
Yeah. Well, Barry, I appreciate you stopping by and appreciate sharing your thoughts with Steve Owens, who you've been campaigning for, and hopefully get him over here after a bit and talk with him about his campaign.
Thank you.
After it's over with, hopefully win or lose, we've only have all the candidates by.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I've got some election results coming in from Rutherford County. We are looking at, I imagine this is the...
early votes?
Yeah, this is early votes. I'm seeing it now. On the... Wait a minute. I left my mouse at home with my laptop, so I'm having to do this by hand. Okay, with the U.S. Senate, Ted Budd, 1,697. Pat McCrory, 986. And the, let's see, you want me to go to the House of Representatives? Patrick McHenry, 1,126. Gary Robinson, 249. And I'll just right now stick with just the top two vote getters, and then later we'll go a little more in depth with it. Madison Cawthorn, 611. Chuck Edwards, 353 votes. And
these are Rutherford County. Keep in mind, those counties, we got to add Rutherford to all those other counties in the 11th Congressional.
Yep. In the North Carolina House of Representatives, District 113, David Rogers, 1,153. Jake Johnson, 969. In the District Court Judge, District 29, Seat 3, Ellen Shelley, 1,624. Anthony Morrow, 1,236. And that one will be counted with McDowell County. In the district attorney's race, Ted Bale, 1,794. Corinne Evans, 1,298. In the Rutherford County Board of Commissioners, District 4, Mike Benfield, 1,865. Jason Toney, 1,049. In the Rutherford County Commissioners race, District 5, Alan Toney, 2,117. Julie Hartzog, 823. Rutherford County Board of Education, District 1, Brandy Nanny, 1,211. Darren Joyner, 1,130. Ramona Smith, 608. And the Board of Education, District 3, April Mays, 1,841. Julie Finchner, 603. Jeremy Suits, 440. Rutherford County Clerk of Superior Court, Steve H. Owens, and this is close. Steve Owens, 1,694. Patsy Kirkland, 1,485. And in the Rutherford County Sheriff's election, Aaron Ellenberg, 2,058. Steve Theodopoulos, 1,137. So that's what we have in the early votes from Rutherford County.
Really close races in a couple of those areas.
Yes, there are.
The clerk of court, DA, and also the sheriff's race. Right now, of course, early voting is just early, so that is. Mm-hmm. But we'll see what's going to transpire from that point on.
And coming out of Polk County, that's going to be affecting that those votes will be added to these votes. Ted Budd, 521. Pat McCrory, 332. Chuck Edwards in Polk County, 454. Madison Cawthorn, 381. The North Carolina Appeals Judge seat, Donna Stroud, 596. Beth Smith, 312. Jake Johnson kind of flipped in the counties over there. North Carolina House of Representatives, Jake Johnson, 871. David Rogers, 156. And that's the ones that will be added to the Rutherford County race. And those let me get back to McDowell County and see if anything has changed here. McDowell County, nothing has changed. It's still, no, they're still their early vote with Ted Budd, 821, Pat McCrory, 428, Madison Cawthorn, 481, Matthew Burrell, 379, Chuck Edwards, 368. So those two, very close. Another, Donna Stroud, 846. Beth Smith, 411. Jake Johnson, 121. David Rogers, 69. And the North Carolina judge, Ellen Shelley, 951. Anthony Morrow, 406. That is the North Carolina District Judge seat, 29. Ted Bell, 987. District Attorney. Corinne Evans, 439. And Clerk of Superior Court, that does not affect us. So those are the ones that will also be added to the Rutherford County votes.
That's Polk County?
That is McDowell County.
McDowell County. All right, so it's getting closer. Every time we hear something, these votes are getting closer and closer. I know, and we thought from the very beginning, the sheriff's race and this DA's race is going to be a squeaker probably all the way to the very end. And the Madison Cawthorn race, which has been the most controversial probably of any of them, is fighting for his life, some say. But his internal polls have indicated that he is going to win this thing. We'll see. We'll talk more about that when we get back from these words from our sponsors as we broadcast live primary election coverage 2022 on 100.9 FM, 590 AM.
When it comes to dependable and complete tire service, you know who to turn to, right? Turn to the professionals at Tri-City Tire Service in Forest City. Tri-City Tire is lots more than just a tire store. They carry river rock, brick chips, mulch, topsoil, pine straw, feed and seed, bagged corn, fertilizer, garden supplies, and now they have the popular Wolverine boot line for ladies and men. If you need towing service, give Tri-City Tire a call at 828-287-8778. That's 287-8778, and they'll be right out there. Tri-City Tire Service, 221 Daniel Road, Forest City.
For a delicious meal every day, call on Gregory's Original. Choose from their top menu of burgers, subs, grinders, pasta dishes, fresh salads, and so much more. All dishes are prepared fresh daily. Hours are Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. until 9 p.m., Saturday, noon until 9 p.m. Now at Gregory's, try the family-style meals. The dining room is now open, but curbside and takeout is still available. Enjoy lunch or dinner today with your favorite meal from Gregory's. Call 287-2171, located in the Park Lane Plaza in Rutherford. Gregory's Original.
You know, there is a lot of misleading information about Medicaid eligibility. The Arledge Law Firm would like for you to know the truth. For instance, if you need a nursing home, Medicaid will take your home. That's not true. Another one is, if you transfer assets, you have to wait 60 months to qualify. Again, not true. And this big one, if you're already in a nursing home, it's too late to protect your assets. Not true, not true, not true. Call attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin, or Martin Gerard at the Arledge Law Firm and get free consultation and learn the truth. It's more likely than you think that you may qualify for nursing home care and not lose everything you own. It's worth a call to Arledge Law Firm at 287-3338, located on East Court Street in Rutherford.
Saving money is easy when you shop at Jay's Discount Grocery. From snack foods to vegetables, fresh fruits to fresh cut meats, paper products, cleaning supplies, dog food, and so much more. You know, you just never know what you'll find at Jay's. So shop and save today. They're located at 671 Oak Street in Forest City, right beside the Hospice Resale Store. You know, when you shop at Jay's, you always walk out with money left over in your pocket. There are so many insurance agencies here and there. hire. But to find a dependable agency that you can trust, that would be Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency. They are your full-service agency offering auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. Maxwell B. Hamrick is an independent insurance agent. Call them today at 286-2384. They care about their customers, and it shows. They're located at 119 Huntley Street in Spindale. Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency, serving one satisfied customer at a time.
Thanks so much, very much for those good words from our great sponsors. We do want to thank you for tuning in this night on 100.9 FM or 590 AM WCAB. It's been a history of WCAB to be on top of the game of politics in Rutherford County and covering the elections. We've been doing that for ever since I've been here, as a matter of fact. I've been here about 35 or 37 years, and we've done every election, just about except some of the municipal elections we did not do, but we have done the counties and state through our systems. And normally, as I said on the outset, we generally go to the annex. It used to be everybody gathered there in the big commission room and talked about it, and fussed at each other, and there's always a bunch of people, but they can't stop doing that here the past couple of years ago. And since this election is only basically a Republican primary, there's no Democrats running in a primary in Rutherford County, so there's no gathering over there. All the Republicans are gathering at the Republican headquarters, and I think they're having a big feast over there, and there's no way to catering that food up this way, I'm pretty sure, but they're having a big time over there. But it is interesting, those early vote tallies, and in just a moment we'll recap those, if Lou's get those down, and we'll concentrate only in the local races and not do the judges and not do the Ted Budds and all those to do. Let's just go ahead and get those again if you can.
And we want to thank another sponsor that just called and wanted to be a sponsor of the primary elections tonight, All Around Free Service. So we want to welcome LaBrisca and her fine business to the results tonight, helping us bring you coverage of election 2022. Now, there has been a update out of Polk County. They now have 2 out of 7 precincts reporting in, and this is really the most that we've got. Of course, Ted Budd was 752, Pat McCrory 413 votes. Another that will also affect Rutherford County, Chuck Edwards 592, Madison Cawthorn 558. Jake Johnson, 1,196. David Rogers, 200. Now, this is coming out of Polk County. This is 2 precincts out of 7, plus the early votes, and that is all. That will also affect Rutherford County. Checking in with McDowell County, if any changes there. No, they still have no, only the early votes in, and Rutherford County, we have still also are the early votes.
Give us a rundown again, those early voters for Rutherford County.
Okay, and the early votes in Rutherford County, Ted Budd, 1,697, Pat McCrory, 986.
You can leave those off.
Okay. You want Patrick McHenry?
No, we don't need to do that.
Don't want that? Just the local stuff?
Right.
Okay, let me get down the local stuff. You want to sing while I find the local stuff?
No.
You want me to sing while I find the local stuff?
No.
Okay, and the North Carolina House of Representatives, District 113, David Rogers, 1,153, Jake Johnson, 969, and for the District Court Judge, District 29A, Ellen Shelley, 1,624, Anthony Morrow, 1,236, District Attorney Ted Bell, 1,794, Corinne Evans, 1,298, Rutherford County Board of Commissioners, District 4, Mike Benfield, 1,865, Jason Toney, 1,049, and the Rutherford County Board of Commissioners race, District 5, Alan Toney, 2,117, Julie Hartzog, 823. In the Rutherford County Board of Education, District 1, Brandy Nanny, 1,211, Darren Joyner, 1,130. Ramona Smith, 608. And the Rutherford County Board of Election, District 3, April Mays, 1,841. Julie Fincher, 603. Jeremy Suits, 440. Rutherford County Clerk of Superior Court, Steve H. Owens, 1,649. 1,485. And in the Rutherford County Sheriff's race, Aaron Ellenberg with 64% of the vote, 2,058. Steve Theodopoulos, 1,137.
Thank you very much. We'll recap that again as they come in and as the precincts come in. As I mentioned on the outset, those of you who are just joining us, what to do when those precincts turn their ballots in to the Board of Elections. The Board of Elections then verifies it, shoots those down to Raleigh, and Raleigh verifies it, shoots it back down to the Board of Elections here. That's where we get our results. That's the slower process that had been over the years, but that's how they're doing things now. Everything changes. I also might say this: those of you who are maybe watching online, I apologize for the bad reception online, but we've got that little camera from the blue room shooting out here to the lobby. It's a little cloudy because it's going through the two pane glass window there. We thought we had it set up out here with the other cameras would be really clear inside, but that didn't work out. I would have been surprised if things worked out good this week because everything else seems to have worked out negatively.
Even the lock on the front door of all
things. I'll tell you, we won't go there. But those of you watching, we do want to thank you for tuning in, and we'll do our best to behave ourselves in the lobby. And I caution these gentlemen who are in the lobby to make sure they behave themselves too. We don't once in a while to see how badly they misbehave themselves.
I do have. I'm going to shut him up before he says something that he shouldn't say. In the Rutherford County Clerk of Superior Court, Steve Owens and Patsy Kirkland. That's the 209 vote difference between those two. And in the sheriff's race between Theo, I'm just going to say Theo because saying his last name is a tongue tie. Between Aaron Ellenberg and Theo, 921 votes difference in those two right now.
And who's leading?
Aaron is leading with 2,058. Theo with 1,137. And in the clerk of court race, Steve is leading with 1,694. Patsy Kirkland, 1,485.
We're broadcasting those results live here from our studios at WCAB, beautiful downtown Whiteside Road. If you'd like to stop by and see what's happening, we welcome you here. And we've invited the candidates, had Aaron by earlier, and we had the campaign worker by earlier. He's here now, still with us. And we invite you to come by as well and join the party. We'll be celebrating here until all the ballots are in. Whether you're buying or selling, downsizing or expanding, relocating or vacationing, RE/MAX agents have the tools and experience to help you go from for sale to sold. It's why no one else sells more homes than RE/MAX. RE/MAX, don't worry, they've done this a million times. Download the new RE/MAX app today. You can find them on the web at www.journeyrealtync.com. Each office is independently owned and operated for RE/MAX Journey. And we want to thank All Around Tree Service for being one of our sponsors tonight. They do a great job. I can testify to the fact they do a good job. They've done some work for me in my house. 2, 3, or 4 different trees they've cut down for me, and they clean up when they're finished, and you never know they've been there because that's the kind of service they do, and they're proud of the fact that they get the job done right. And, you know, you can always depend on people cleaning up after they cut down the tree, but All Around Tree Service, they do just that. So call Johnny and let him know you've got a tree down or some limbs you want him to take care of. He'd be happy to do that. Well, the results of all of these must be verified. These that we give, of course, are unofficial. At 11 a.m. Wednesday, May the 18th, State Board staff will randomly select 2 precincts in every county to be audited. For the purpose of this random selection, one-stop early voting locations and the entire collection of absentee by mail ballots received by the county are considered precincts. Now, the State Board of Election conducts additional audits to verify the accuracy of the count. The results of all audits will be submitted to the State Board as part of the final certification of the election. That's why you don't really know the official election.
At Jay's Discount Grocery. From snack foods to vegetables, fresh fruits to fresh cut meats, paper products, cleaning supplies, dog food, and so much more. You know, you just never know what you'll find at Jay's. So shop and save today. They're located
tonight, they will be going into their office again. Some of them incumbent, some of them perhaps for the first time ever. Man who's watched these political races from afar many times, never been a candidate, but he's always watched them, been involved with the community a lot over the recent years. The retired executive director of the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Clark Poole. Clark, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening. I hope you're doing well.
I am doing well. It's good to see you.
Well, it's good to see you. It's always kind of an interesting thing this night. You know, you have all kinds of secret thoughts, and I'll try to be as brief, but you know it's hard for me to be brief. But there are two very important things happening to us right now that I think are extremely important. Our country is at a crossroads, and I give appreciation and congratulations to every person who decided to step forward and speak out for what they believed and how they wanted to see our country go and our county go. So win, lose, or draw, these folks are to be commended for the campaigns that they've run and the opportunities that we have. We take for granted how much freedom we have in this country and how really important it is the family values are, and our kids need to see this election process. There are no armed guards in front of this door. There are no shootings in the street in mass quantity protesting some government leader or whatever else. And I think it's really important that we exercise that freedom and think very seriously about it. So I appreciate the opportunity to come by here, and I'm proud. I'm not an officer in any county capacity, but I'm a proud citizen of Rutherford County and very, very appreciative of the leadership that many people have given over the last 12 years to make this a great place to live and a great place for our kids to grow up. And I look for great things happening in Rutherford County. Thank you for having me.
You've made some major contributions yourself to the growth of Rutherford County in the past few years, and it should not go forgotten because you made a great contribution to that. And thank you for giving that.
The next primary or the election night, if you have one.
Well, we don't know how that's going to work out right now, but we do know we got a tight race for sheriff's race, and also the.
To give you an idea of how things are between the counties, how different things are in each county. In Rutherford County, Jake Johnson leads David. I'm sorry. Let me go back. I changed my system around. In Polk County, Jake Johnson leads David Rogers, 1,196. David Rogers, 200. In Rutherford County, it's different.
Do you need 300 or 400?
I know. I got three things going on. Okay, as I said, in Polk County, Jake Johnson, 1,196. David Rogers, 200. In Rutherford County, it's David Rogers, 1,153. Jake Johnson, 969. And in McDowell County, The last that I got was Jake Johnson, 121. David Rogers, 69. So neither candidate is really leading in any of the counties. Adding up those right now with the three counties, Jake Johnson leads 2,286. Rogers 1,422. In the Cawthorn-Edwards race, Cawthorn 1,650. That's for all three counties. Edwards 1,313. In the district attorney's race, Ted Bell, Rutherford County and McDowell County, leads 2,781. Trent Evans, 1,737.
Still tied for all of those races. Now, over in the Democrat race in the Senate, Cherie Beasley has been declared the projected Democrat nominee for U.S. Senate North Carolina's primary race. And we have a hot race in the Republican side. I forget how many, 6 or 7 of those people running. So they'll go up against Cherie Beasley in November for that race, if she has been declared the suspected winner in that race. Now, a lot of controversy, as we mentioned earlier, has stemmed around Madison Cawthorn as our 11th congressional Republican congressman. Among 7 declared candidates, the 26-year-old incumbent garnered 61.7% support in a GOP ballot test, a full 51.3% ahead of his next competitor. That's some numbers been sent out by Ben Sellers. He also boasted a 79.6% positive approval rating among Republican voters in the district. Now, you must say, well, where's that coming from? I thought everybody was talking negative about him. Well, those who are opposed to him are talking negative, but those who like what he's been doing, talking positive about it. Cawthorn initially had planned to run in the 13th district, which would have encompassed much of his old district, but essentially split down his property line. Challenged by left-wing activists, led the courts to toss the legislature's map and replace it with one that is ultimately more likely to favor Democrats in the state. Now, despite GOP disadvantages in other parts of the state, Cawthorn's new district is largely the same as the one he won in 2020 with a solid 54.5% of the vote. With the exception of the far-left city of Asheville, it is largely rural and conservative region, meaning the eventual winner of the GOP primary will be likely front runner going into the November general election. As you know, Asheville is the most liberal of all the places in the 11th, and they don't like it. A lot of folks in the rural areas like it. It doesn't hurt that Cawthorn received an endorsement from former President Donald Trump, who called him a friend of mine with a very bright future. The leftist attack against the GOP rising star was apparent in the recent effort to have him disqualified on the basis that he had allegedly supported the January 6th uprising at the U.S. Capitol. Well, Cawthorn sued the State Board of Elections, a partisan group appointed by leftist Governor Roy Cooper. They claimed it had the authority to block him from running. A federal judge last week ruled that even if Cawthorn had participated in a so-called rebellion, the provision of the 14th Amendment that the activists had hoped to use to disqualify him had been nullified by Congress, 1872 Amnesty Act. Now, Cawthorn's 2020 rival, election loser Mo Davis, announced plans last June to team up with another failed candidate, David Wheeler, to form a Fire Madison Cawthorn super PAC. The duo claimed to have a $5,000 donation in hand while courting several other 5- and 6-figure potential donors. And they've gone after him big time. They purchased anti-Cawthorn TV, radio, billboard ads attacking the congressman for ludicrous actions such as not reaching across the aisle to work with Democrats. Despite his campaign's effort to tie Cawthorn to everything from neo-Nazism to insurrectionists, Davis himself became notorious for his vision, highly partisan, and divisive tweets, some of which even invoked violence against the wheelchair-bound Cawthorn. So he has been badly talked about. Some will say for good reason, others will say unnecessarily. Donald Trump spoke out earlier today, I believe it was, that give him a chance, give him another chance, that he should, he's a young man, give him another chance to get another candidate walking in the door right now. We'll talk to him. We can get him over here now. Steve Owens, who's Republican candidate for clerk of court. Come on over your seat. Let you hold this microphone, and appreciate you stopping by today. You glad to be here? You're looking a little tired tonight.
We have been up since about 5 o'clock this morning.
Face is a little red.
Yes.
But I'm the sun a little bit.
I don't think that Sunblock 50 works.
Well, I appreciate you taking time to come by and talk with us tonight. You've been out there all day. What do you feel?
There were a lot of people out there, and I mean, I'm just glad to see everybody come out and vote. I wish more people got out and vote, but the thing is it's great seeing people out and giving you the thumbs up and telling you they're praying for you.
Yeah.
So that means a lot.
That's always a good sign.
And the thing is when it's all said and done, good Lord already knows who's going to win and all like that. So you just got to leave it in His hands and we'll be good.
Well, I know with early voting, it's a fairly close race. Did you anticipate it to be close?
I just found out from Butch just a second ago. I hadn't even heard the results yet.
Right now, 1,694, Steve Owens. Patsy Kirkland, 1,085, with a difference of 209 votes.
Yeah.
And that's just the early voting that we don't have any precincts reporting in yet at all.
I was going to say, there were still people coming in like at 15, 20 after 7 in Ellenburg down there.
Yeah. Was Ellenburg a big vote today?
That's what I've always looked at before. Ellenburg's always been number one. Rutherford and Far City's been right there. For one, and Far City number one's been right there next to it, and STO down at the fire department, that area. All been great.
Barry said he thought maybe about 400 people voted today over at Rutherford.
That's good. That's a whole lot better than I thought.
Good turnout, yeah. Altogether, I believe...
he's dark, I'm red.
Yeah. Altogether, early voters, 3,681 altogether since it started to today when it closed.
It's more than last time.
That's a pretty good turnout.
That's good. Yeah, that's real good.
So have you gotten a lot of encouragement, or somebody say?
We have. Nobody wants to be too excited over anything, but it's just like me and my wife were talking about on the way up here. We put it out all out on the field, and we worked just like everybody else did. No matter what the results is, I heard one guy say today, everybody worked hard. So nobody should be ashamed of anything because everybody worked hard and everybody did their best.
And I see a lady who's going to be very proud of you regardless because she has looked, her eyes have not left you yet. That is a lady that loves you very much. I can see it in her eyes.
I am blessed.
There have been a lot of votes cast since this primary started. Now, you were one of the ones that got started early when we thought it was going to be March. That's sort of correct. You got to start a little early. You had to spend a little extra money, didn't you?
A lot of extra money. I think probably must have something to do with these sign companies. There's a lot of extra signs and billboards.
Yeah, that was a little frustrating on all the candidates.
Right, it was. And the thing is, I've never realized that early voting lasted quite this long. It was hard on everybody.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
Now, of course, this primary is Republican primary. There's no Democrat running for it. So once this election's over, if you win, you've got another 4 years.
Right.
Aren't you glad there's no Democrat running?
Yes. Yes, that's an understatement. Yes, but I love my job, so that's the thing about it. I look forward to it, and I hope, pray that I'm there again, but good Lord knows what's going to happen, so we'll just leave it in His hands and we'll be good.
Do you have a lot of people working the polls today for you?
I did, and that's I need to thank everybody for that. Just like Barry here, I've had people step up and help me, and just be. I'm not really good at asking for things. I usually, me and Gina, my wife, doing everything, but we were overwhelmed with people just calling us, texting us, tell us they'd do anything to help us, and then a lot of times people say they're going to help you, and then you turn around and you look, and you're the only one rowing in the boat. But I was overwhelmed this time. It was just, we're blessed.
Is it difficult for an incumbent to run for re-election when he has to do his job and can't get out and campaign every day?
It makes them a really long days. I had to take a few days off here at the last, but when you're going in and working and then doing your job and doing your hearings and everything else that you're doing, plus
Gina's usually waiting there for me to. She's already changed and ready to go out, and we're putting out signs or going to different not polls, but just places that to meet people and events, and so it stays busy. But we've always, went out in the community. We don't just do it right here at the end, but it's more concentrated this time.
Barry claimed to be related to you. You don't really claim him, do you?
I do. He's we were kind of neat. It was I think we're second or third cousins, I believe, right? Yeah, something like that. But that's a far off relationship. But we thought it was neat when we lived close together. When we was kids, we'd play together, and then we found out later we was related. So, but yeah, that's neat.
See, well, wish you the best this evening. Win or lose, I would love to have you come back at the end of the evening and say something else to us.
Yeah, I'll be glad to.
Good, thanks.
Thank you for doing this, and thank you for having everybody on your show and everything.
Sure.
Yeah, that got the people in the county to know what's going on.
Good.
Thank you, sir.
Steve Owens,
yes,
current clerk of court, running for re-election. Been out there campaigning today, and it's been, I'm sure, a tough job.
We've had a change in McDowell County. We've now got 3 precincts reporting in. 3 out of 17 precincts in McDowell County. That has changed the Ted Bell, Corinne Evans race. Ted Bell, 1,435. Corinne Evans, 603. A difference of 831 votes in McDowell County. Rutherford County, nothing's changed. Ted Bell was 1,794. Corinne Evans, 1,298. A difference of 496 votes. Looking at some of the rest of it out of McDowell County. Judge for the North Carolina District Judge, Ellen Shelley, 1,269. Anthony Morrow, 677. Those votes will be added with the Rutherford County votes. Of course, Ted Bell, as I said, 1,435. Corinne Evans, 603. Jake Johnson, 248. David Rogers, 173. And in the U.S. House of Representatives, District 11, Madison Cawthorn, 756. Chuck Edwards, 522. And those are the, Ted Budd in the U.S. Senate race, 1,222. Pat McCrory, 585. So those are the races that are we're watching more closely than many of the others. Polk County, that was McDowell County. Polk County, they are still now have 4 out of 7 precincts reporting in. I need one more hand, Jim. I might take my shoes off and use my foot.
Oh, please don't do that.
We have Ted Budd with 1,024, Pat McCrory with 534 votes. In the U.S. House of Representatives, District 11, Madison Cawthorn, 757. Chuck Edwards, 755. Matthew Burrell, 127. Let's see, some of the others that will affect Rutherford County also. North Carolina House of Representatives, District 113, Jake Johnson, 1,586. David Rogers, 260 votes. And those will all be added together to Rutherford County. Check in with Rutherford County quickly. Let me refresh and see if anything has changed. How about reading that copy right here?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
We're primary election coverage 2022 on 100.9 FM, 590 AM, brought to you by some really, really great people. Tri-City Tire, the Fred Shop, Gregory's, Emmerich Insurance, Arley's Law Firm, Jay's Discount Grocery, Drop In, Remax, Henson Building Materials, Farmer's Friend, and All Around Tree Service. Sure, sometimes trees and limbs just fall when they want to. Sometimes we just need for them to be taken down. Either way, you have somebody that has been in the tree removal business for a long time. Johnny Davis, owner of All Around Tree Service. Biggins and Lowlands, All Around Tree Service will do the job and clean up after the job. That's important to me, folks. That was important to a lot of the lady folks around it, want that job cleaned up. Johnny is fully insured, and he does the job right. 2 bucket trucks to reach the high spots, and you know it'll be done right when it's finished. Write this number down, 828-429-1956. We love our trees, but sometimes it's time for them to come down or at least trimmed. Call All Around Tree Service at 429-1956. That's 429-1956.
Still nothing, no changes in Rutherford County. We have no precincts reporting in. We still just have the early votes still currently.
Well, WLOS TV is projecting that the Republican nominee, Ted Budd, is projected Republican nominee for the Senate in North Carolina. They have projected Ted Budd has won that seat which was not a surprise. I don't think that anybody. He was Donald Trump's endorsement, and Donald Trump is batting pretty high on his nominations, on his recommendations of people to win. And Trump backed candidate 58-1 in primaries across the state. After this one in North Carolina, it may be better than that. We are broadcasting live from WCAB studios in beautiful downtown Whiteside Road, and we'll be back with primary coverage 2022 right after these words from some of our sponsors.
Dependable and complete tire service, you know who to turn to, right? Turn to the professionals at Tri-City Tire Service in Forest City. Tri-City Tire is lots more than just a tire store. They carry river rock, brick chips, mulch, topsoil, pine straw, feed and seed, bagged corn, fertilizer, garden supplies, and now they have the popular Wolverine boot line for ladies and men.
Five precincts come in. to Rutherford County. Right now, in the North Carolina House of Representatives, David Rogers, 1,610. Jake Johnson, 1,440. In the North Carolina District Court, District Judge, 29A, Seat 3, Ellen Shelley, 2,176. Anthony Morrow, 1,776. District Attorney's race, and of course this will be affected also by the votes in McDowell County. Ted Bell, 2,447. Corinne Evans, 1,849. And the Rutherford County Board of Commissioners, District 4, Mike Benfield, 2,532. Jason Toney, 1,500. And the Rutherford County Board of Commissioners, District 5, Alan Toney, 2,931. Julie Hartzog, 1,155. Brandy Nanny in the Rutherford County Board of Education, District 1 leads with 1,702. Darren Joyner, 1,587. Ramona Smith with 803. And the Rutherford County Board of Education, District 3, April Mays, 2,542. Julie Fincher, 825. Jeremy Suits, 643. Rutherford County Clerk of Superior Court, Steve Owens, 2,352. Patsy Kirkland, 2,045. And in the Rutherford County Sheriff's race, Aaron Ellenberg leads Steve Theodopoulos. Aaron with 2,875. Theo with 1,558.
All right, thank you very much. We'll keep updated as they come now quicker than they were. Butch Malby has had his hand on the pulse of the political season now for some while in a lot of vantage points. Butch, welcome to our broadcast tonight.
Thank you so much, Jim. You know, I was sitting here just listening to you and Lou and realizing that right here from WCAB, we get the opportunity to experience what is great about our republic. I mean, the opportunity to vote, the opportunity to set a direction for the county, and really the opportunity to make our convictions known. And you know what, just interacting with so many of these candidates, meeting with them one-on-one, as you've done, Jim, what really impressed me is you had a lot of people that were working hard, a lot of people that had strong convictions, and you know what, our county has been given the opportunity to really make choices among some really good candidates. So I think that would be one observation that I would make.
You've also been close contact with, even out of the 11th Congressional District, some of those candidates. What are you hearing now from the Asheville area and also here in Rutherford County?
Well, there are over 20 national media outlets that are parked, national, regional, and some local media outlets. It's probably up around 25 now, parked right outside of Madison Cawthorn's headquarters. And so this is a big story. And the reason it's a big story is depending on what vantage point that you take politically. This really is kind of a bellwether in many respects. For those that are naysayers for Madison, who clearly, by his own admission, has made some errors of judgment and the like, you know, there are those that would say he's just not equipped to be a congressman. He's like a junior Donald Trump. And for anybody that doesn't like Donald Trump, they're going to see a younger version in many respects of Donald Trump in him. For those that like a fiery brand of Republican politics where you take no prisoners, you're not really going to go along to get along, as he and many others would say, they like the fact that he's got some impetuous nature to him, which, you know, it goes without saying that he does. So everyone's watching this race, Jim, to see exactly what's going to happen, because it's like the canary in the coal mine. You know, does Trump still have power for these races, particularly in a case where you've got some baggage, certainly, that's floating there around the whole election. But it's being watched across the country.
If Cawthorn should happen to win, survive all the negativity that's been brought on him, do we know at this point who the front-runner might be in the Democrat Party?
Yes, and you know what? I'm on Medicare now, so I'm going to forget the name. But it's a woman. She's somebody that will be a formidable adversary, but clearly from a more progressive political position. And District 11 has trended, of course, the western part of North Carolina has trended at least, in his case, 10 points up or so Republican. So we'll see. I mean, if he makes it through the primary, which a lot of folks believe he will, you know, he's got to get, 30% or more here. If he makes it through, there's still an incredibly important race ahead, and be certain there will be multiple millions of dollars that come from outside of North Carolina into that race, given its gravity on so many different levels. He's one of the primary fundraisers for the Republican Party. He goes all over the country, and he's somebody that people listen to. So, like him or, as Larry McDermott said in the Daily Courier here recently, Madison Cawthorn, love him or leave him. So, I guess in many respects it's a binary kind of choice where people will say, I really like him. There are people that I've heard, they've told this to me directly, I want to give him another chance. And that's really what the former president said, number 45, give him another chance. So we'll see. The votes will come in.
What impact do you think Donald Trump's endorsement will have on that race altogether?
Well, I don't live with. I used to live with all of my opinions, and it almost killed me. And so I don't have a lot of opinions. But an insight that I would make here is that one of the things people are going to watch are all of the races where Trump has made an endorsement. I think in Madison's case, what you have is you do have two lightning rod kind of personalities, and I believe, however, that the weight of evidence seems to suggest that a Trump endorsement is something that if you're a Republican, you're running for office, it's going to bear some weight. The people that are core, committed, true believers to a Trump version of Republican politics are going to look at somebody like Madison Cawthorn and say, with some experience and with some mentoring and the like, he's somebody that could, down the road really be substantial in the party. What's really at stake here, too, is just defining what the Republican Party is going to look like. And you really have two doors. Lonnie Hall used to talk about door number 1, 2, and 3. There are two doors. And one is a Trump kind of Republican direction, and the other would be more moderate Republicans that really want to keep something that's a semblance to what the party was.
Ted Budd now has been declared the winner of the Republican nominee for the U.S. Senate race. Does that surprise you?
It really doesn't. And I had the opportunity to speak with Ted a handful of times. We had some common connection, a professor at Dallas Theological Seminary, and a lot of people may not know that Ted actually went to a seminary. It doesn't surprise me. Ted, just in terms of his interpersonal ability, comes across in a kind of gentle way. He's not somebody that's, to me at least, it doesn't come across as somebody who's bombastic or acerbic. He's somebody that's pretty measured. I do think that the early endorsement by Trump propelled him out of the pack. In other words, he got that encouragement early on. It didn't come late. And in many cases, what happens is Trump will make an endorsement where he parachutes in right towards the end of an election cycle. In Ted's case, he identified, Trump did pretty quickly, that Ted was somebody he wanted to get behind, and it helped him.
Well, Shirley Beasley has been declared the winner in the Democrat nomination, so she and Ted Budd will be knocking head-to-head pretty quick.
Right, and of course we all know that North Carolina is really becoming a petri dish for where a state is going to go, and all eyes nationally are on North Carolina. In many respects, it's a bellwether state as we look towards 2024.
We talked about Donald Trump. Candidates backed by former President Donald Trump are now 58-1 in Republican primaries. It'll change tonight, of course, as 3 Trump-endorsed candidates secured the Republican nominations in West Virginia, which was a big one. Nebraska today, and one candidate came up short. He missed one out of that.
Well, and what's interesting, a lot of people may not remember this, but Madison Cawthorn ran against Linda Bennett, and Linda Bennett, I think, was the first Trump-endorsed candidate to lose. Yeah.
Interesting.
She was endorsed by Trump.
Best, thank you very much for being part of this tonight. Thanks for hanging around with us. And,
of course.
We put you to work.
I love the WCAB family, and I'm so grateful to be a part of it.
Your taste buds are calling for delicious fudge all the time, isn't it? I know mine is. Stop by America's Fudge Shop and check out 24 flavors made fresh without preservatives. You can sample before you buy. Some popular flavors are chocolate, peanut butter, cheesecake, Rocky Road, cherry bouncy, orange cream, and nana pudding, just to name a few. Pick up a bag of cinnamon glazed almonds, cashews, pecans. That's America's Fudge Shop, 155 East Main Street in Forest City. Call them at 828-447-2041, and you can follow them on Facebook as well. We're broadcasting the results here on WCAB 100.9 FM, 590 AM. WCAB. We'll be back in just a moment after these words from support sponsors.
Dependable and complete tire service, you know who to turn to, right? Turn to the professionals at Tri-City Tire Service in Forest City. Tri-City Tire is lots more than just a tire store. They carry river rock, brick chips, mulch, topsoil, pine straw, feed and seed, bagged corn, fertilizer, garden supplies, and now they have the popular Wolverine boot line for ladies and men. If you need towing service, give Tri-City Tire a call at 828-287-8778. That's 287-8778. And they'll be right out there. Tri-City Tire Service, 221 Daniel Road, Forest City.
For a delicious meal every day, call on Gregory's Original. Choose from their top menu of burgers, subs, grinders, pasta dishes, fresh salads, and so much more. All dishes are prepared fresh daily. Hours are Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. until 9 p.m., Saturday, noon until 9 p.m. Now at Gregory's, try the family-style meals. The dining room is now open, but curbside and takeout is still available. Enjoy lunch or dinner today with your favorite meal from Gregory's. Call 287-2171, located in the Park Lane Plaza in Rutherford. Gregory's Original.
You know, there is a lot of misleading information about Medicaid eligibility. The Arledge Law Firm would like for you to know the truth. For instance, if you need a nursing home, Medicaid will take your home. That's not true. Another one is, if you transfer assets, you have to wait 60 months to qualify. Again, not true. And this big one, if you're already in a nursing home, it's too late to protect your assets. Not true, not true, not true. Call attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin, or Martin Gerard at the Arledge Law Firm and get free consultation and learn the truth. It's more likely than you think that you may qualify for nursing home care and not lose everything you own. It's worth a call to Arledge Law Firm at 287-3338, located on East Court Street in Rutherford.
Saving money is easy when you shop at Jay's Discount Grocery. From snack foods to vegetables, fresh fruits to fresh cut meats, paper products, cleaning supplies, dog food, and so much more. You know, you just never know what you'll find at Jay's. So shop and save today. They're located at 671 Oak Street in Forest City, right beside the Hospice Resale Store. You know, when you shop at Jay's, you always walk out with money left over in your pocket. There are so many insurance agencies here and there. But to find a dependable agency that you can trust, that would be Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency. They are your full-service agency offering auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. Maxwell B. Hamrick is an independent insurance agent. Call them today at 286-2384. They care about their customers, and it shows. They're located at 119 Huntley Street in Spindale. Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency, serving one satisfied customer at a time.
We're going to now go out live back to our election night coverage.
Much, Kevin. Primary election coverage here on WCAB 100.9 FM, 590 AM. Thank you so very much for depending on us to give you the election news. We've had all the candidates that have agreed to come in the studio to talk about their candidacy free of charge. They didn't have to pay anything to do that. And we give them a chance to express their concerns, why they wanted to be elected to certain races. And we're happy to follow up now with this election returns tonight. And this is a big one because most of the Republicans are running on this time. One Democrat on the ballot for November that we know of right now. So when this primary is over with, that's pretty much it for whoever wins the primary. And we have good news, folks. All the precincts are in, Lou.
Yes, they are. That was a shock. I hit refresh, and there they were, all of them. So
listen up very carefully, folks. This is all the county precincts in Rutherford County. These are the totals from Rutherford County.
Now, of course, this one will also be affected by the votes that come in from McDowell County. David Rogers and Jake Johnson. David Rogers with 2,507. Jake Johnson, 2,384. And the North Carolina District Judge, District 29A, Ellen Shelley, 3,866. Anthony Morrow, 3,509. District Attorney, District 41, Ted Bell, 4,534. Corinne Evans, 3,507. In the Rutherford County Board of Commissioners, District 4, Mike Benfield, 4,408. Jason Toney, 3,085. Rutherford County Board of Commissioners, District 5, Alan Toney, 5,341. Julie Hartzog, $2,325. Rutherford County Board of Education, District 1, Brandy Nanny, $3,292. Darren Joyner, $2,827. Ramona Smith, $1,488. In the Rutherford County Board of Education, District 3, April Mays, $4,471. Julie Fincher, $1,642. Jeremy Suits, $1,238. Rutherford County Clerk of Superior Court, Steve Owens, $4,308. Patsy Kirkland, she gave him a run for his money, $3,932. And in the Rutherford County Sheriff's race, Aaron Ellenberg, $5,352. Steve Theodopoulos, $3,006.
Not a widespread difference there, but there was a winner.
Yep, there was a winner, Aaron Ellenberg, 5,352 votes. And some of these, of course, that I gave will be affected by Polk County and McDowell County, or and in the, of course, Ted Bell's race, those will be added to McDowell County.
Do you have McDowell's for that particular race yet?
McDowell County, I can have that in just a second. And let me refresh, make sure that no more districts have reported in. While my tablet is slower than my telephone. They have 9 out of 17 precincts reporting in.
McDowell.
This is McDowell County. And in the Jake Johnson, David Rogers, Jake Johnson leads in McDowell County, 248. David Rogers, 173. And the North Carolina District Judge, Ellen Shelley, 1,897. Anthony Morrow, 1,080. And the District Attorney, District 41, Ted Bell, 2,183. Corinne Evans, 967 votes. And going to Polk County, because there is a race that will be affected by the votes from Rutherford County, McDowell County, and that is the race with Rogers and Johnson. Jake Johnson leads in Polk County with 6 out of 7 precincts reporting in, 2,007 votes. David Rogers, 351. So in each county is different.
So Jake will definitely be declared a winner there over David Rogers. David Rogers, a Rutherford County resident, lived here all his life, been in the House for a couple of terms. And when they divided the state in different districts, that put 2 friends up against each other, Jake Johnson and David Rogers, friends in the House. They served in the House together. Now it's divided, and Jake gets part of Rutherford County, all of Polk, and just a touch of Henderson County. And David Rogers had part of Rutherford County and that same district so that he was looking for. So it sort of ties things together, not always in a favorable contact for the 2 guys that had worked together so well in the House now have been opposed to each other in the House race, and one of them has defeated the other. So the interesting thing about those who might not now, Senator Ralph Hyde, who many of you know, had been our senator, is no longer representing Rutherford County. He's in another entirely different area, so we're losing Ralph Hyde, not from election, but because they have redistricted him right out of this territory. Make your stop today into the drop-in food store to enjoy all the great deals they're offering, like 28-ounce Powerade, 2 for $3. 24-ounce Mellow Yellow, buy one, get one free. 28-ounce Body Armor, 2 for $4. Sausage Biscuit, 2 for $3.50, or get a delicious hot wing snack for only $3.99. That includes 3 wings, 4 potato wedges, and a roll. The drop-in, serving Rutherford County since 1981. What a great place, and so proud to have them right here in Rutherford County. And whether you're buying or selling, downsizing or expanding, relocating or vacationing, RE/MAX agents have the tools and experience to help you go from for sale to sold. It's why no one else sells more homes like RE/MAX. Don't worry, they've done this millions of times. Download the new RE/MAX app today. You can find them on the web at www.journeyrealtync.com. each office is independently owned and operated.
As I said earlier, one of these races, Rogers and Johnson, the votes depend on all three counties, McDowell County, Polk County, and Rutherford County. Adding all three of the counties together, Jake Johnson leads 4,639 to David Rogers, 3,031. Now, Rutherford County is the only county that all precincts have reported in. We have 6 out of 7 precincts reporting in Polk County. There could be some number changes with that race. And out of McDowell County, 13 out of 17 precincts have reported in.
One of the other races that a lot of people have asked about, because he's a celebrity, and that's Dr. Oz. Donald Trump endorsed him. He's running for Senate, in Pennsylvania. And he is, real reason we're going to win is the message is resonating, he says to people. And one of the things he's been very vocal about, he did not like the mandating of the masks and the shutdowns. He told Greg Cowley that during the COVID pandemic, he opposed the mandates and shutdowns, and he got a lot of mileage for that. And he was furious that Dr. Fauci was actually hurting the ability of doctors like me to offer opinions, he said. I was added that having a doctor and a scientist in the Senate is critical to understanding certain issues. And he's against the Green New Deal. He says that's a lie. It cannot work the way it's designed, and certainly not in the timeline offered. So we'll watch that race, too. It'll be a national race, and that's another one of those Donald Trump endorsements to see how all that turns out. We'll be back in just a moment as we wrap things up, as all the tallies are in now for Rutherford County, and we'll give you that rundown. It's out here in Rutherford County in just a moment after we take this break for some great sponsors.
Comes to dependable and complete tire service, you know who to turn to, right? Turn to the professionals at Tri-City Tire Service in Forest City. Tri-City Tire is lots more than just a tire store. They carry river rock, brick chips, mulch, topsoil, pine straw, feed and seed, bagged corn, fertilizer, garden supplies, and now they have the popular Wolverine boot line for ladies and men. If you need towing service, give Tri-City Tire a call at 828-287-8778. That's 287-8778, and they'll be right out there. Tri-City Tire Service, 221 Daniel Road, Forest City.
For a delicious meal every day, call on Gregory's Original. Choose from their top menu of burgers, subs, grinders, pasta dishes, fresh salads, and so much more. All dishes are prepared fresh daily. Hours are Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. until 9 p.m., Saturday, noon until 9 p.m. Now at Gregory's, try the family-style meals. The dining room is now open, but curbside and takeout is still available. Enjoy lunch or dinner today with your favorite meal from Gregory's. Call 287-2171, located in the Park Lane Plaza in Rutherford. Gregory's Original.
You know, there is a lot of misleading information about Medicaid eligibility. The Arledge Law Firm would like for you to know the truth. For instance, if you need a nursing home, Medicaid will take your home. That's not true. Another one is, if you transfer assets, you have to wait 60 months to qualify. Again, not true. And this big one, if you're already in a nursing home, it's too late to protect your assets. Not true, not true, not true. Call attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin, or Martin Gerard at the Arledge Law Firm and get free consultation and learn the truth. It's more likely than you think that you may qualify for nursing home care and not lose everything you own. It's worth a call to Arledge Law Firm at 287-3338, located on East Court Street in Rutherford.
Saving money is easy when you shop at Jay's Discount Grocery. From snack foods to vegetables, fresh fruits to fresh cut meats, paper products, cleaning supplies, dog food, and so much more. You know, you just never know what you'll find at Jay's. So shop and save today. They're located at 671 Oak Street in Forest City, right beside the Hospice Resale Store. You know, when you shop at Jay's, you always walk out with money left over in your pocket. There are so many insurance agencies here and there. But to find a dependable agency that you can trust, that would be Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency. They are your full-service agency offering auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. Maxwell B. Hamrick is an independent insurance agent. Call them today at 286-2384. They care about their customers, and it shows. They're located at 119 Huntley Street in Spindale. Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance Agency, serving one satisfied customer at a time.
All right, it's 15 minutes after 9. We're going to take it back out to our election headquarters. We are covering the primary elections tonight with Jim and Lou.
Well, we want to say thank you to all of our sponsors this evening that helped make this evening possible here on WCAB. Tri-City Tire Service, The Fudge Shop in Forest City, Gregory's Original, Maxwell B. Hammock Insurance Agency in Spindale, Arledge Law Firm in Rutherford, Jay's Discount Grocery on Oak Street in Forest City, Remax, Henson Timber Products, Farmer's Friend, and All Around Tree Service. Thanks to all of those sponsors who helped bring tonight's election coverage.
Some of the candidates have said word they'd love to come by, but they've tied up other places. The multi-county, particularly, they have to be somewhere else. And one's going out. I'll go out of town, but we appreciate those who did come by. It's been an interesting evening. Some surprises and some not so surprising.
And what's confusing some folks who are looking at what I'm looking at, they're seeing 17 of 17 in some spots, and then others, like the U.S. House of Representatives, they see 11 of 11. That's because it's not only Rutherford County, but these may be, some of them may be Rutherford County and McDowell County, or Rutherford, Polk, and McDowell County's votes are going to also count on these candidates.
That's exactly right. But, for all practical purposes, we have winners. We can declare winners in all the local races here, and even some of the districts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have
local?
Yes.
Okay. In the local races, of course, the North Carolina House of Representatives, District 113, and that is affecting a Rutherford County resident, David Rogers, with 2,507 votes out of Rutherford County. Jake Johnson with 2,384.
Close race in Rutherford County.
Mm-hmm. In the North Carolina District Court Judge District, Ellen Shelley, 3,866. Anthony Morrow, 3,509. In the District Attorney, District 41, Ted Bell, 4,534. Corinne Evans, 3,506 votes. Rutherford County Board of Commissioners, District 4, Mike Benfield, 4,408. Jason Toney, 3,085. The Rutherford County Board of Commissioners, District 5, Alan Toney, 5,341. Julie Hartzog, 2,325. And the Rutherford County Board of Education, District Ted Bell with 2,595, Corinne Evans with 1,148.
And the school board race of Brandy Nanny, again, would you do that, please?
Brandy Nanny in the school board race. Brandy Nanny with 3,292, Darren Joyner, 2,827, Ramona Smith, 1,488.
So incumbent Brandy Nanny stays in.
Mm-hmm.
April Mays goes in as a new school board member. Am I reading that right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. It looks like
Steve Owens.
Steve Owens stays in, and it looks like Ted Bell stays in.
And Aaron Ellenberg.
And Ellenberg goes in. Brand new sheriff. We're going to get a brand new sheriff anyway.
We knew that.
First time we haven't had an incumbent sheriff running in a while that I can remember ever. But Aaron Ellenberg has been working hard, as they all worked hard. They all worked hard for that race. They wanted it really bad. Theo has been campaigning from the get-go. Put a lot of signs, a lot of millers. Aaron didn't spend the money that Theo spent on his races, but he worked hard. His people worked hard. Steve Owens worked hard. They spent a lot of money because he started spending way back when he thought the primary was going to be in March, and he started spending early. And his opponent worked hard. She spent a lot of money as well. So there's been a lot of money spent on this primary, which is unusual because most of the big heavy campaigning done in the fall with the general election with the two parties going against each other. This time it was a heavy wrought Republican primary, and only one Democrat on the ballot. That's the sheriff's race in November. That'd be his name, Jason Wiest, running for sheriff. So that'll be he will be going up against Aaron Ellenberg for sheriff. Looks like Ted Budd is going to be the senatorial candidate for North Carolina, running against the Sheree Beasley, who is also there. Ted Budd he's speaking out to the people there at his campaign headquarters. And Sheree Beasley speaks out after being declared the projected Democrat nominee for U.S. Senate in North Carolina. So that should be a heavy fought race. Donald Trump endorsed Ted Budd, of course, and Sheree Beasley is a very popular candidate for the Democrat Party. It's going to be an interesting next few months to see how the Democrats form their coalition now to go after the Republicans. Now, there is a lot of talk in political circles about what November is going to look like in terms of flipping the House over to Republicans and gaining momentum in the Senate, where whoever is the president, if it's happens to be Democrat and Joe Biden happens to run and is reelected, which so many people think that's going to happen, but in case he does, or whoever the Democrat candidate is, if there's a Democrat or if there's a Republican House and a Republican Senate, and they continue the same policy that Joe Biden is continuing, it's dead in the water. They're not going anywhere. But if Republican happens to run for president and win, and they'll have a majority in both houses of Congress, then they should be able to get some things done and some things changing back to what most American people don't like at this point in time. We want to thank Tri-City Tire, Fred Shop, Gregory's, Hambrick Insurance, Arledge Law Firm, Jay's Discount Grocery, Drop In, and Remax, Henson Building Material, Farmer's Friend, and All Around Tree Service for being our great sponsors here this evening. I think I saw Theo's truck pull up out there, and we will have him come in and talk to us a little bit right now. Come on in, Theo.
Real quickly, while Theo's coming in the door, we now have 14 out of 17 precincts reporting in out of McDowell County, and that, of course, affects the District Attorney's race, District 41, with Ted Bell, 2,643, Corinne Evans, 1,179. Those votes coming out of McDowell County that will be added to the Rutherford County race.
With me right now is a man who's been working hard for a long time. Theo, I don't know if anybody worked any harder for this than you have.
Jim Bishop, I tell you, it's been a hot day. It has been a hot day. I don't think I can remember as much of a sunburn. You can see my skin's turning red over here. Listen, I just want to take the time for your listeners that are out there. Thank you guys for so much. 3,000 votes came in. I think it was only about 8,000, right, is what it was, and for the sheriff's race. Yeah. And I want to tell the people out there, thank you for your support. I had a lot of great people that were behind us and did it. But, hey, look, the final vote is the final vote. We're good with that. Good Lord sees fit to do certain things. We're going to keep a positive attitude, and we're going to keep moving forward, and then we'll still be volunteering over there at the Republican headquarters and doing our thing. In fact, I think they got me going getting those Vidalia onions with that Roger Short here real soon, so that'll be a real treat to go down there.
You had a hard-working crew from the very beginning. It really worked hard for you.
We did. Well, listen, we gave everything. We We put it all on the table, and we gave everything we had, and that's all we can do. That's all the good Lord asks you to do. He asked you to give a full measure of work, and we did that, and I feel good about that. If you're out there and you're a prayer warrior, say a little prayer for my mom 2 days ago. She fell down, hit her head pretty bad. She's got a concussion. She's in the hospital in Gainesville, Georgia, and we don't know when she's going to be released. And it was pretty severe fall. And so just I'm asking for prayers for Mom to get her through. So I'm going to be picking up the signs here as quick as I can, and the next day or so I'm going to go down to Georgia and take care of Mom.
Well, that's
so,
where you need to be. There are a lot of prayer warriors out there.
Oh, I know there are. Right? That's why we're reaching out to them right here. Yeah.
You've run twice. Will it be a third time?
No, I'm done. Listen, hey, all you can do is what you can do. I'm retired anyway. I'll be out at the farm in an air-conditioned tractor rolling hay. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's not a. That's one great thing about this whole thing. I didn't need the money and I didn't need the position. I was doing it to try to serve this community the best I could. So it's not a problem for me.
Well, I'm glad to see you keep a good positive attitude.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you guys for giving me the airtime. I appreciate it.
There's always a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Be safe going to see your Mom.
And to give you an idea of how many of the votes were, there were 8,358 votes cast and for the sheriff's seat.
Okay. That's a good number.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Excuse me for clearing my throat on the air. It's been a long
Well, you gotta do it.
But you got to do it. That's right. Does that wrap things up for us in the county?
That wraps things up for Rutherford County. Sure does.
So
This is the first time Rutherford County has finished before McDowell or Polk. They have always finished first.
It's not quite 9:30 yet.
Well, we could probably join in that Braves game and finish it.
Well, we want to say again, thank you for listening. Thank you for. We apologize that we could not have the video like we wanted to. We had high hopes of being a good, clear video from the main room here. Even had new lights installed, so we can have plenty of light tonight. But we had to shoot it through the lens of the blue room into here. Here comes another candidate. Fancy, come on over here. Come on over here. I was just telling Theo.
Am I on?
I don't know anybody worked any harder than Theo and you. You worked awful hard for this race from the very beginning.
Yes, sir. I did. I gave it all my all.
Yeah.
376 votes. That's nothing to be ashamed of to lose by.
I'm pretty proud of myself. I wish there had been a win, but I've said all along that if it's the Lord's will for me to get it, I'm going to get it. If not, I hope that my campaign platform, the reasons I was running, has opened somebody's eyes.
Well, you brought forth some ideas and things that you'd like to see accomplished. I know you're disappointed, but how terribly upset are you that you didn't win?
I'm not terribly upset. I've had a piece about it all for the last few days. Whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. I'm not terribly upset.
Have you seen your opponent?
I just congratulated him. I went and shook his hand and congratulated him.
What's next for you?
I don't know. Excuse me, I didn't have a plan B. So I don't know. I don't know what's in store for me.
Well, you've got to get positive attitudes, and I think that's great for a candidate, particularly one that comes missing out on the target that you set. So keep that same positive attitude and work hard for the rest of the time on, and
I will.
Stay involved with the Republican Party.
I plan to.
Thanks for your good work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And good night. Thank you. And that was indeed a good fought race, clean race, and we appreciate it very much. And that we are going to wrap things up. I appreciate so much you coming by. You worked hard too. I saw you working hard. Got your face blistered there. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Patsy Kirkland there winning, almost winning, not too far behind from the incumbent Steve Owens. It was a tough fought battle between both of them. They both were very capable. Steve, of course, incumbent, well thought of, highly liked, and people kept him in because they thought he deserved to win another term. As they kept Ted Bell in, it felt like he needed another term. So the votes tell a lot about what people think about it, in spite of the negative campaigns he propped up and all the negative things that are said. And social media had a big part this time in this campaign, which is unfortunate. A lot of things were said on Facebook and the social media that absolutely just were not, and they were innuendos, accusations about people all the way down the line, not just the sheriff's race and DA's race, but even the clerk of course race and even some of the school board race. It's unfortunate that people get caught up in social media and don't go to the source to find out. These are real people. These are genuine people, and all of them great people. I loved every one of them that ran. Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. But there wasn't any bad people at all that I could find in any of these candidates. They were all very capable of winning. But some of them worked hard, some of them worked harder than others. Some spend more money than others, and money's not always a big thing, but the voters have spoken in Rutherford County.
You know, when I ran for County Commissioner in Spindale, one thing Mickey Bland said to me, a sign is not going to win you the election. You are going to win the election.
That's exactly right. And how you treat people in the process of one this 4 year through your term, how you treat people says a lot about how people are going to respect you come election day again. One more time, Lou, if you don't mind giving us the totals of the candidates, and we'll wrap things up here.
And which one was Rutherford County? This is Rutherford County. I got three. Starting with the district attorney's race. District Attorney District 41, Ted Bell with 4,534. Corinne Evans, 356. Of course, those votes will be added to McDowell County. The Rutherford County Board of Commissioners, District 4, Mike Bensfield, 4,408. Jason Toney, 3,085. Rutherford County Board of Commissioners, District 5, Alan Toney, 5,341. Julie Hartzog, 2,325. And if I've said her name wrong tonight, I'm sorry. It's what I've just pronounced it the way it looks. Rutherford County Board of Education, District 1, Brandy Manny, 3,292. Darren Joyner, 2,827. Ramona Smith, 1,488. Rutherford County Board of Education, District 3, April Mays, 4,471. Julie Fincher, 1,642. Jeremy Seuss, 1,238. Rutherford County Clerk of Superior Court, Steve Owens, 4,308. Patsy Kirkland, 3,932. And the Rutherford County Sheriff's race, Aaron Ellenberg, with 64% of the vote, 5,352. Steve Theo Theodopoulos, with 3,006 votes, receiving 35.9, almost 36% of the vote. So that one again, Aaron Ellenberg, Rutherford County Sheriff's race, 5,352. Steve Theodopoulos, 3,006.
Just got a text in for somebody wanting to know the missed, apparently, that I said it earlier a couple of times. They were saying they were looking at the election results and hearing them. They didn't notice any Democratic sheriffs running. Does this mean Aaron Ellenberg will run unopposed? No, it does not. There is a Democrat candidate running for sheriff. Jason Weiss in Henrietta, he is running for sheriff. He's been on the and he filed, but he was not in this primary because this was a Republican primary. He did not have any opposition in the primary. If he had had opposition, he'd have been on this ballot as well. He did not. So he is the only Democrat running for sheriff, and he'll be running against Aaron in November. So that's the way they bring it down. We appreciate all the questions and comments that you said to us and listening in. And we're going to wrap things up again. Thank you for the sponsors like Tri-City Tire, Fudge Shop, Gregory's Hemrick Insurance, Arledge Law Firm, Dave's Discount Grocery Drop-In, Remax, Henson, Building Material, Farmer's Friend, and All Around Tree Service. And one of the best ways for you to thank these folks for being a sponsor and making this possible is to go by their store and just tell them, hey, I appreciate you sponsoring the electric returns on WCAB. If you need a tire or need some work done on your tires, go by Tri-City Tire. And I know most of you love fudge. Go by the Fudge Shop and tell them how much you love fudge and how much you love Lou Gillum and Jim Bishop and
the nanner pudding, and the way you love nanner pudding. Get that nanner pudding fudge.
Speaking of nanner pudding, when I've been going a couple of days to a place for dinner last night, and they had on the menu an Elvis burger. Elvis burger, and with that Elvis burger, they had peanut butter on it, and the banana sliced, and lettuce and tomato, and a big burger. It's called the Elvis burger because it had peanut butter and bananas on it. And I ordered that just to see how it was.
Did you get sick after?
Would I order it again? No.
Oh, Lord. That's not... Now, I remember a special being done about him where his cook talked about that she would, like, pan toast a peanut butter and banana sandwich for him, pan toast it in butter, a lot of butter. He loved a lot of butter on his peanut butter and banana sandwiches.
But you can't beat that fudge shopper. It's a different kind, and they ship all over the country, too. If you have friends in Texas or wherever they are, or if you got friends that lost the election somewhere, get them some fudge and cheer them up. Go to lunch at Gregory's or dinner at Gregory's. They got a great salad bar. That's what I do. Go have a small one-trip salad bar. Really great. Hamburg Insurance. They have they cover the insurance from my business here. They can give you a good quote and treat you really, really fair. I like that aspect. Gnarly's Law Firm, they're good friends of ours, good supporters of ours. You've heard him talk a lot about how much he appreciates WCAB and how much we help their business. Tay's Discounted Grocery, great friends of ours. And boy, I tell you, you talk about discounted groceries, they've got them. And we did a customer appreciation remote over there last week or two. And boy, it was great fun. Drop in Family Marts, outstanding. Lee Harold and his son, they do a great job of those drop-in stores. They can clean, personnel is friendly to you. Drop-in is locally owned, so use them as your next stop. Don't just go anywhere. Go to the drop-in. They know how to treat you. Remac, if you're doing in real estate work at all, they are a big company. They Remac being friends of ours as well.
And there's a
mill material. They're good friends of WCB. We're good friends of theirs. They've got a successful business. I ask them every time I see them, how's business? Man, is booming. That's one reason, because they know how to stock and they know how to make you feel good about your purchase. Farmer's Friend, feed see this buy right across the road from us. We see them unlock every morning, see them lock up at night, and they've got just about everything you need for your garden, for your farm, for your pets, for your planting flower, fertilizing. They got mulch out here next to us, big piles of it, so depend on them. All-around tree service, great guys and great gals over there. I tell you, they do a wonderful job. They've done some work for me, and I appreciate them so very much, because they clean up after they cut down the tree. And I know Faye loves that part of it. She said, boy, I like the way they do business. And you can call them at 429-1956, and call them and let them know Johnny Davis will be glad to come out and do tree work for you as well. Well, standing with me right now is a man who's got a smile on his face. He walks in with a big smile. Aaron Ellenberg, congratulations on your win.
Thank you so much, Jim.
How you feel, man?
I'm excited.
Yeah. It was a great run. You fought hard. You worked hard. Your opponent worked hard. I told him a while ago, I don't know anybody I've seen work over the years working harder than he worked for this race.
Yeah, this is something we all have to, especially, with me working a full-time job is made it extra hard on me than the kids playing baseball 3 nights a week and taking care of family stuff around the house, and then fitting the politics in between. It's pretty tough.
Yeah. You'll be ready for a breakdown, right?
I am definitely ready for a break.
Well, I know some of these folks who won tonight, they're good now. They don't have to worry about November, but you've got a Democratic opponent coming up in November.
Yes, also we got an unaffiliated also.
Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting about him. That's right.
We're going to take several months off. We got 2 kids going off to college, so we're going to focus on that. Then we'll get back to business. As a law enforcement officer, our job never ends. We're constantly working. Rutherford County's been good to me, and I've always tried to work hard for the citizens here and giving back, and this is the results you get from taking care of your people.
Well, you're red strong, and I know folks have known you and your family for a long time and placed a lot of confidence in you, give you as many votes as you did, as you were gotten. I know you're extremely pleased about that.
Extremely pleased.
I did fail to mention that there will be a third candidate. I kept forgetting. He did get enough names on the ballot to be approved to be a write-in candidate. So he'll be on the ballot as an unaffiliated candidate. So it'll be a Republican, unaffiliated, and Democrat running for sheriff in November.
That is correct. Yeah.
3-way run. Well, how will you handle your race any different in November? Did you handle this one?
We're just going to keep staying focused on what we're doing, our plan, and push forward.
How do you feel about the guy that you chose to be your chief? How do you feel like that helped you in the campaign? He's a well-respected man.
Well, my experience, I've got a wide range of experience also, but I knew coming into this I was going to have to surround myself with good people. And Randy was a big part of my life as a young officer, good mentor, somebody I've always looked up to, and been able to go to him and him agreeing to this. He didn't have to do this. He retired back in September. He's excited. He's going to bring so much to this county if we're elected. We're excited. Randy's an amazing man, and I think it's going to be good for Rutherford County if we're put in office.
Aaron Ellenberg, congratulations on a good win for you in Rutherford County and running for sheriff as a Republican candidate.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Have a good night. Go get some rest. Maybe your wife will fix you a big steak supper or something. She's laughing. She might do that. I'm sure that's true. Steve Owens is here. He's on the phone with somebody calling in to congratulate. He's here also to make a final statement about his win.
Okay, real quick, Polk County, it's over in Polk County now. All 7 of their precincts have reported in. The one that will be affected with Rutherford, Polk, and McDowell County, Jay Johnson with 2,221 votes, David Rogers 383 votes. That's coming out of Polk County, and all precincts have reported in Polk County. In McDowell County, still 15 of 17 still waiting on 2 precincts out of McDowell County.
Oh, another man here he's got a smile on his face also. I said he was here early and wasn't quite sure how it's going to turn out, but he's got a big smile on his face. Steve Owens has won re-election for clerk of court. Congratulations, Steve.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. It was a hard-fought race. It really was. I talked to Patsy a little bit ago. She came up and congratulated me, and I had to congratulate her too because she fought hard. She worked hard. They all did.
Both of you did. It was a good campaign, above board, clean campaign all the way through, I thought.
So we are thankful. We are blessed.
So you feel a whole lot better than you did an hour ago, right?
Yes, sir. I believe we do.
Well, no opposition in November.
No opposition, and so we'll keep working and doing what we're supposed to be doing.
So it's a done deal for you. You're one of the many that don't have any opposition. Sheriff's race is the only one that has opposition in the fall.
Yep. He's got opposition, independent and also Democrat.
That's right. Three-man race in November. Right. Steve, congratulations. Well-deserving campaign, and congratulations again.
Well, I just want to thank everybody that helped me and prayed for me, and there was a lot more people stepped up this time to help us. It was just unreal. It was really nice. It was neat when people come up and they just give you the thumbs up and tell you they're praying for you and voting for you and supporting you.
Yeah, that means a lot.
Yep. When they depend on you, it makes you feel good to know that you're doing the right thing.
You know what would be good for you right now? A big bowl of ice cream.
I could go for that. Have a good night.
Steve, congratulations again. Yes.
And now we have 16 to 17 precincts reporting in McDowell County. And that has just basically changed the Jake Johnson, David Rogers, 393 for Jake Johnson in the North Carolina House of Representatives, District 113. David Rogers with 257 votes, with a difference of 136 votes.
That's pretty well wraps it up, right?
Yeah, well, they're only waiting on one more precinct. We've got all of ours. Polk County has all of theirs. And it's, I think it's time to go home.
I do, too. I agree with you. It's been a long day. And, Butch, we want to thank you for hanging around and helping us tonight. You were our phone man tonight and statistics man. And he's kept his eye on things all over the district, all over the county, and 11th Congressional District. And we always appreciate his input because he's been on top of things to help me out a lot of times in helping digest all these things that are going on with the candidates and their opinions and why they're doing what they're doing. So we appreciate it very much. Appreciate Lou co-anchoring this thing with me. Kevin's been in there in the blue room controlling things, running the commercials. And again, let me apologize for not having a good visual coverage tonight. We didn't turn out like we hoped for, but at least it's going to be better week next week. Yeah, it's going to be better week next week. I don't think all these rough things are behind us now. But again, let me thank Tri-City Tire Fudge Stop in downtown Forest City, Gregory's over at Rutherford, and Hamrick Insurance in Spindale, covering a lot of folks all over western North Carolina. Arledge Law Firm in Rutherford, Jay's Discount Grocery, Drop In, Remax Realty, Henson Mill Material, Farmer's Friend, Feed, City and Supply, and All Around Tree Service. Thank you guys and gals so very much for believing in what we're doing over here at WCAB and for broadcasting these results and returning it back to many people via radio and via the internet as well. So we thank you so very much for helping us be a part of that. So, Will, is it too late to go to the Braves game? You want to omit that tonight?
Let's go home.
Let's go home. All right. We'll wrap things up here. We'll finalize a couple more of our sponsors, and we'll wrap things up and get out here. And Tom will be on in the morning bright and early. I'll be back in the Blue Room come Monday morning. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Me and about have folks ready. See you now. Good night.
I just want to tell you how much you look like your mom.
Dependable and complete tire service. You know who to turn to, right? Turn to the professionals at Tri-City Tire Service in Forest City. Tri-City Tire is lots more than just a tire store. They carry river rock, brick chips, mulch, topsoil, pine straw, feed and seed, bag corn,